Hey, Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the app today.
Even the Rich is a podcast from Wondery that tells the jaw-dropping stories about the tumultuous lives of the world's elite. From the greatest family dynasties to pop culture superstars.
Listen to Even the Rich on Amazon Music or wherever you get your podcasts.
Watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens? Watch what crappens. Watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Watch What Crappens. I'm Ronnie. That's Ben over there. Hello, Ben.
Hi, how are you?
Good, babe. How's it going with you?
It's going great, you know. It's just a big week. Passover. Passover's happening this week. Getting all
big
ready for
Passover,
it.
Everybody. Very nice.
Yeah, it's going to be happening Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Big Passover moment.
Well,
so I'm just like getting everything ready for it.
Sure, one place they're going to be really celebrating this is in the summer housing.
Exactly. If there's any place that represented the 10 plagues, it's Summer House.
Kyle's going to be like, hey, guys, we got a new lover boy flavor for you. It's Holla. Holla boy. Holla at you, boy.
Matzah. That's a matzah boy. Yeah, unleavened lover boy. Finally. Delicious.
Oh, guys, we are still on tour. You want to come see us? We've got a couple months left. In April, we have a couple of shows. The first one is going to be in Toronto on the 21st and then in Philadelphia on the 22nd. Get tickets at watchwhatcrappens.com. Then to close out the year, I'm going to say them real quick. We've got New York City, Washington, D.C., San Diego, St. Paul, Chicago, Columbus, Boston, and Mashantucket, which is the Foxwood Casino Party Town Spectacular, which is how we're going to finish all of this. Go get links for that and our bonus episodes and videos over at patreon.com/watchwhatcrappens. Also, Dwell Hello is our House Hunters podcast. That's what we do for Wondery Plus. If you guys want to listen to those recaps, they are so much fun to do. There will be a new one up this weekend at Wondery Plus for your subscription people. And thank you so much to everybody who supports this show in any way, even just with your ears. Thank you so much. We love you guys.
Absolutely. We really do. We wouldn't be here without you guys. So, anyway, Summer House. Big excitement on Summer House today, which is, the mid-season trailer dropped at the end of the episode. So that was fun. Basically, Danielle and Lindsay's friendship going down the gutter. And, but while that goes down the gutter, hey, Lindsay and Carl, stronger than ever, gonna get married soon. So very exciting stuff. But this episode opens up with we're still at girls' night from last week. Lindsay was like, I want to go to girls' night because I want to drink for once. And so they went to girls' night, and then Danielle was basically like, you're a shitty friend to me. So that's where they're at.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like girls' night, and they go to a place called Calissa. It's like when you have girls' night and you go to a place named after a girl, I feel like a girl's going to get hurt. You know what I mean? Because Calissa's like one of those really, it sounds like it would be such a nice girl's name, but you know Calissa's a horrible human being, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Calissa doesn't, let's face it, Calissa's a monster. Okay, you just know she is, and she owns a restaurant, and it's like she pushed you into lockers in high school, and you hear the name Calissa, and you're like, I have to eat at Calissa's. Oh God, I'm so getting bullied tonight at dinner.
I don't like the name Calissa. I feel like Calissa's evil.
Calissa's evil. So Lindsay is like, well, Danielle, you've been getting very hard on me tonight. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, but if your best friend is not hard on you, then she should not be your best friend. Like, if your best friend isn't trying to impress really cool girls by basically being bitchy to the person that they all hate, like, what's a best friend? I'm really surprised that I'm coming out on this angle because I'm usually Team Lindsay in everything. I think, well, I guess I am still Team Lindsay because I'm very anti-Danielle. I think Danielle's being a total asshole. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, Danielle's being a total asshole here. I think she's obviously just doing this for the cool girls, as She's being very performative, obviously, making all of her faces until someone asks her what's wrong. And I think it's really a shitty move from you, Danielle. And I hope that you have fun because you're just repeating the same fucking thing you always do, which is kissing the ass of the alpha in the room. And guess what? They don't care about you. They are using you. Okay? So have fun being out in the cold when Lindsay doesn't have you anywhere near her anymore. And these cool girls start ignoring you the second the cameras go off and they can't use you like a weapon anymore. Have fun with that, stupid.
I don't know. I mean, I think where Danielle's fatal flaw is that she's not really honest with why she's angry. And I think that the reason why she's upset is because she, Carl, and Lindsay were a trio and they'd always do things together and they had so much fun. And now Lindsay and Carl just go off and do things without her. And she feels left out and she's annoyed. And then when she does hang out with Lindsay, it's not the same. And Lindsay really Lindsay has said now a few times some shitty things like, so, like, why would I ever, like, hang out with you? Like, if Carl's not going to be there, like, why would I hang out with you? Like, why would I go to Montauk if, like, it's just going to be, like, no Carl? Like, she says stuff that's, like, so dismissive of Danielle. And so I think Danielle is, like, frustrated and hurt. But the thing is that Danielle says stupid stuff. Like, oh, you know, like, if I'm not hard on you, like, then I'm not being a good best friend. Like, that's stupid. Like, that's a stupid thing to say. That's not that's not the definition of being a best friend. That's just making it like work for you in your situation. Because I do think that Lindsay, I don't think that Lindsay is being honest with what Lindsay wants in a moment, but I do think that Lindsay is sacrificing for Carl. So I don't necessarily hold it against her, but I understand why it's frustrating to be like, Lindsay is clearly not acting like Lindsay, and I'm left out and I'm like sad because I miss my friend. And I think that's where it's all coming from.
I don't really care where it's coming from because to me, it's the fact that she's doing it in front of all these girls that she knows have been mean to Lindsay and that are against Lindsay. And she's waiting until she's in front of all of these girls to come for Lindsay like that. And that's just not cool. I feel like that's the ultimate betrayal. Like if you have a conversation with Lindsay that's like, hey, I feel left out. Like, where are you guys? That's one thing. I think she would have a leg to stand on there. But waiting until it's girls' night and it's all of the girls who she knows hate Lindsay, I think is really shitty of her. But
why do they hate Lindsay? Let's really dig back into why do they hate Lindsay? Why do they hate Lindsay? I'm going to say it probably all started with Lindsay literally cutting Amanda out of photos of the group and icing out Amanda and Kyle.
But this isn't a fight about those girls or what the problem is. The fact is they have a problem with her. Danielle knows it, and she's jumping to their side publicly instead of pulling her supposed best friend up to the side and then acting like a victim over it.
Well, I just think that, like, basically, you know, I think both sides you could make a strong argument about Mean Girls, you know, and I think that Danielle is like, oh, wait a second, like I hitched my ride onto the wrong Mean Girls. Like this Mean Girl has now basically shed me because she has no more use for me, and I'm mad.
So she's flirting to another Mean Girl. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Enjoy it when they
and you don't like that.
You too. Well, she's not going to get further along. She's just going to be dropped by these girls. Like, do you really think that there's going to be a relationship?
She will never be.
Where Paige calls Danielle to hang out? No.
That will never happen. They're like, I agree with that, but I just think that, like, I feel like I understand why Danielle is like super frustrated, and you know, but I think that she is. I think she is like leaning in on the wrong points.
So Lindsay's like,
like, you guys don't hang out with me, and then when you hang out with me, you act like it's like, oh, like I have to drop everything because you decided to hang out with me now, you know?
Yeah. So Lindsay's like, well, there's a difference between you being hard on me to push me to be a better person, you know? And Danielle's like, I'm pushing you to be a better alcoholic, you know, because the problem is that Lindsay is trying not to drink, which is really rubbing Danielle the wrong way. And she's like, or be a better friend to me, maybe something like that. And Lindsay's like, well, then that's a different situation.
And Lindsay's like, there's like a compromise that goes with being in a relationship, and like I'm doing the best I can to support Carl, but like I'm here to have like fun like every summer. And Danielle's in a relationship, but she operates like she's single because unfortunately her boyfriend is nowhere to be found.
And that's the truth as well, you know. So I kind of feel for Danielle in that way.
That is the truth, that she is miserable in her relationship, and I think it's hard for her to she is projecting her relationship onto Lindsay and Carl, and she sees that there's like flaws in her relationship, and so she feels like by Lindsay and Carl acting like there's no flaws, they're being inauthentic, and that's like making her crazy because it's all tied into what she's going through herself, which is not actually that's not a healthy approach to your friendship.
So Gabby's like, so is this like the first time you've heard this from her? And Lindsay goes, in a group setting? Yes. I mean, girls' night didn't turn out exactly how I wanted. I mean, I guess bye, girls' night. And Amanda just has this I told you so look on her face. And Danielle's like, I guess we can just talk about it another time then. Okay, fine, another time. Yeah, maybe when it's just you and not with a fucking panel of her enemies, you idiot. The hell, Danielle. If I was Lindsay, I'd be like, you're dead to me. Bye, get out. Get out of here. With
she already has dropped it.
Stress. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but she already has dropped Danielle, and it happened several months before this scene. You know, it's just that Danielle's only starting to realize it now.
Well, but we also have to remember something else that Lindsay says later in the episode is, you're the one who moved away. Why don't you call me and try to come into the city and hang out? Danielle has disappeared into Robert land, too. You know, but Robert's not there filming with her, so now she's left alone. She's done the same thing to Lindsay as far as not hanging out, not calling as much because she moved the fuck out of town. And now she's mad because Lindsay has a boyfriend there and she doesn't.
Yeah, but I think that here's why I think also Danielle is frustrated, because I feel like if Lindsay called up Danielle and was like, let's hang out tonight, Danielle would hop on the train and go all the way into the city to hang out. But if Danielle did that for Lindsay would literally just be like, no, I'm not going to, or I'm going to hang out with Carl. And so there's like an inequity in terms of gravitational pull between the two of them. And Danielle is like uneasy with that. And it's starting to, I think she was always okay with it because she always felt like, I guess she got the perks of their friendship, but now she's not even getting the perks of their friendship. So now she's like pissed. Mm-hmm. Really diving deep on this stupid friendship.
I know. So there is a song that's like, we dominate, let me show you how. And then we go to, the guys, because it's a song about domination, and we're totally initiating Chris right now still. Can you believe that this isn't 2 fucking episodes? Yeah, it is. So as part of your initiation, Chris, you have to go to the girls' room, and you have to, like, pull something they're gonna probably want. Like, a shirt. That would be funny. What if they were like, where's my shirt? Or what if they can brush your hair? That would be hilarious. Get a hairbrush.
This is going to be like kind of like the best prank we've ever done. Like, it's going to be hilarious. Those girls will be so mad. They're going to just want to bury all of us. Just like bury us. Okay, go do it now. So Chris then goes and like, if you give me that task, get something that the girls really need. It's like, okay, get the toothbrush or the slippers or whatever. But he just goes like right into like their clothing and he's like, I'm not a creep. I swear I'm not a creep. I'm like, yeah, but you're pawing around their underwear, for crying out loud. Just because you say it doesn't mean that you aren't it.
Yeah, and Carl's like, oh, best guys night of all time. 3 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go. And so he steals some like thongy type underwear and then a brush and a pair of boots from someone. So Carl's like, oh, a minute, 30 seconds. Hope it's something super, super dirty like a barrette or a bow.
This is like so wild. Like, this is definitely the best guys night we've ever had on this show. This is crazy. So Chris comes back with some random items and he puts down like a hair dryer and Kyle's like, that's definitely my hair dryer. Chris is like, oh, I thought your wife was the one who needed the blow dryer. And Kyle's like, do you even know me? Do you even look at me? Look at this hair. It's been perfect for nearly 10 years on Bravo.
I know, and Chris is trying to be all like bro-y about it. Like, you use a fucking hair dryer? Yeah, Chris, have you seen yourself? You know Chris is in there with a fucking hairdryer. So then he's like,
you're right.
And I got this thong. And it says Sierra's ding with a little arrow. And Carl's like, oh, Cal's getting some blood flow now. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Hey, look. Oh, wow. You also got Gabby's sleep mask. That's like wild. Oh, and you got Lindsay's comb. Huh. Even though it's clearly a brush, I'm going to say it's a comb, and that will never haunt me later on this episode in a very small while. Nice work getting the comb. Huh.
So back at the girls' night, Sam's like, I'm so jealous of Amanda's boobs. How do they just sit there so high? I've always wanted boobs that are like that, to where people are like, oh my God, is that like a balcony or those boobs? Like, are those on stilts? Like, how do they stay up there? Is there like a construction crew that keeps them up there? That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious if I was like on a construction crew for boobs, just trying to keep boobs up. You know what I mean? And Paige is like, okay, so before we move on, Does anybody have anything else to say? Preferably about Lindsay to Lindsay. That would work. And Gabby's like, well, I'll say, because we talked about this, like, I'm very honest by nature, you know. So, Sierra, like, you and I have not had a moment where we just, like, sit down one-on-one yet.
Yeah, and like I don't know where I stand with you, and the vibe I get from you is very guarded, and you tend to stick to your established friendships. And Sierra's like, yeah, well, you know, it's the vibe I get from you is that like you weren't trying to get to know me either. And I do feel like the questions we would ask, like things we were, when we would ask them, like things were always very like surface level with you. And some of your surface level answers came off as arrogant. And so I sort of have a hard time relating with like the fact that you're like shallow and arrogant, I guess.
And we get a boom. And she's like, I'll have a conversation with you, but like on a deeper level. Okay. All you talk about is what guys you guys want to fuck. That's all I've heard you guys talking about. Okay. What do we act like? And Gabby's not that far behind. Okay. So Gabby's like, I work really hard on being sure about myself. And like after a while of stumbling and after a disastrous relationship and breakup and also getting fired, like, I might be overcorrecting, fine. But, like, if it comes off as arrogant, I'm not sorry. Because I'm not going to sacrifice how I feel about myself to make you more comfortable. It's like, yes, Team Gabby. I'm on Team Gabby. I don't care what you guys say.
Yeah, I do feel like this is such a Gen Z argument, though. Because it was, like, couched in a lot of, like, very, like, progressive and thoughtful phrasing, but at the end of the day, it was also underlining the fact that I am who I am and you can't change who I am. So Gabby is like, well, would I like to have a conversation with you and be closer? Yes. Do I feel like I got a chance to do that? No. Are you going to invite me to Coachella? I hope so. Will that trigger me? Yes. But am I going to turn it down? No. I can go on all night by asking these questions, by the way. Just feel free to interrupt me.
So Danielle's like, I wish I had that conversation with Sierra a long time ago. And Sierra's like, me too, bitch. And she goes, yeah, because I was not afforded that 2 or 3 fucking years ago. And she's like, but you never gave me that chance either, Danielle. And we all know where this is leading, right? Because Danielle's like, and that's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Yeah. And we kept missing each other because it did feel like people were taking sides. And then we see a clip of their fight and the wine breaking against the chest. And Sierra's like, okay, so why are you mad? And she goes, I'm mad that I like you and I fuck with you. And that was taken away. That took away 3 years from us. And
she's basically getting right to the point where she is saying, because I was being a great friend to Lindsay, and so I wasn't allowed to be friends with you.
Yeah,
that's what she wants.
She's very plainly saying that, right? And of course, Lindsay doesn't get it. She's like the only person at the table not getting it. She goes, she likes you. I guess that's what this is. She's yelling because she likes you. Okay, is anybody listening to this? That's hilarious.
Yeah, she's like, I spent all this time defending a person who now has just like dropped me. And for what? We could have had a wonderful blossoming friendship, Sierra, which, by the way, they would not have. So then it cuts back to Carl. He's like, okay, all right, guys. Okay, best girls' night ever, boys' night ever, like, continues right now. Okay, now that you've stolen Lindsay's comb, which is a brush, we have some rules for when we meet up with the ladies. Okay, first thing you do when you see Sierra, you have to kiss her. You have to, like, go down, like get on your knees, and then kiss her feet. Oh, this is wild. What a wild night. Oh, my God. High five. High five.
Oh, my God. Carl's like, yeah, with our powers combined, we'll be brothers in the Hamptons. Bleh. So then we get our favorite song. I'm going to let you have it, boy. I'm going to let you have it. I'm going to let you have it, boy. I'm going to let you have it.
It's a good one. I like that.
You make me want to go loco.
It's not as good as one of my favorite Summer House songs that went, ooh, 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 ooh. It didn't have lyrics. It just had that noise. That was someone singing that. I love that one.
So the boys come to the girls' bar to meet the girls, and Paige gets her shoe stuck in the plank. She's like, oh, my God, what the hell? And so Chris approaches Sierra takes off her shoe and kisses her feet. She's like, oh my God, don't you dare. I can't even believe it. And everyone's like, hee.
Yeah, everyone's like, what's going on? And Paige is like, I oddly wanted to watch so much more of that. I don't know what that says about me. And Sierra was like, he didn't even say hello to me. Wow. How rude and disgusting. I'm turned on. Because remember, I did fall in love with Austin Kroll. Okay, so the more of an asshole you are, the more I'm into it.
Oh my God, we haven't seen Lindsay and Carl together for a while. God, I'm glad they're getting some time. So she goes up to him and she's like, how was your night tonight, babe? And he's like, I'm tired to be honest, babe. I'm tired too, to be honest, babe. I thought it was going to be very different tonight and it did not go the way that I thought, babe. He's like, sorry, babe.
Sorry, babe. By the way, Carl just got there. Hey, I'm tired, babe. I'm like, you literally just got here. You were sitting in a home on a chair. How are you tired?
Yeah.
So she's like, you ready to go? He's like, you want to go? Do you want to go? You want to go? I want to go. I want to go. Yeah, babe. Ha. By the way, good luck brushing your hair tonight. Ha. Wink, wink. Wink, wink.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial. So Paige and Amanda and Sierra are talking about the sounds their boobs would make. Amanda's like, blah, 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 blah. And Sierra's are like, dong, 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 dong. And Paige's just go, ding.
They all crack up. So now it's like 12:21 a.m. They go back to the house. The sprinkler's going nuts. Sprinklers, when they malfunction, are so extra. they like, so Amanda's dancing under like the sprinkler waterfall. And then Danielle's just like in her room and she's sad. And then Lindsay and Carl get into bed and Carl's like, oh, I just burped. Sorry. Oh, take it back. I take it back, babe. Take it back. Oh.
So then, much like every other night, Sam dances on the kitchen counter while Kyle eats cookies or whatever. And Paige, Danielle, and Amanda gossip on their bed. Danielle's like, oh my God, you guys, I'm like so mad because you like opened like that opinion in my head. You opened that onion in my head and there's like so many layers to that onion. And Paige is like, yeah, guys, wasn't it nice to see Danielle as like a person and actually shine? Because like Lindsay doesn't let her shine, right, girls? Isn't it nice?
Also, I have to say, I always suspected that on the inside of Danielle was an onion. That works. So Danielle's like, I'm so upset right now. And then she says something. I couldn't really understand what she said, but they all crack up. They're like, oh my God, like Danielle's being so cool right now, talking shit about Lindsay.
She said, I'm in so much pain right now because who wants to think that Paige is right about something? No one. And they all laugh. And Amanda's literally rolling on the ground with laughter. And this is a sad move for me. Said it before. I'll say it again. I'll say it every time it happens. Okay. Have fun with people that don't like you. Have fun with that.
Well, that's kind of Danielle's raison d'etre. So Lindsay's like, excuse me, I'm choking on a Cheeto. Babe, you need the Heimlich? No, I'm okay. Sure, babe. I can get that Cheeto right out of you if you want. No, babe. Yeah. I'm going to take that Cheeto and like walk to the moon with it. Yeah. All for you, babe.
I'm going to walk with the Cheeto to like Tuscaloosa for you.
What's that, babe?
I don't even know. It's like probably someplace on Mars.
Mars, babe.
Someone actually messaged us, I believe, that said that if you wear a Fitbit, it's like it's part of Fitbit culture. That like when you're like walking, it says like you just walked to Nebraska, you just walked to the moon. So that potentially Carl and Lindsay are finding romance in their Fitbit distances.
Gross. So back to Danielle. She's like, the sad part of all of this is that I think Lindsay knows it too. That she tells her shine. And Paige is just sitting there ready to just rip their whole friendship up, you know? Oh, you think she realizes that she dulls your shine? Wow, that's amazing. So basically she realizes that she's matte to your glossy. That's nice. And Danielle's like in a lot of ways, I think, what? She takes you for granted? Is that what you were going to say? It's like, oh my God, you won. At least let her try and form her own sentences. My God.
Amanda's like, you're like the background. You're like the supporting character. You're not even like a supporting character. You're literally like someone from Craigslist who they put in the background with a foam finger. Like, that's who you are. And Danielle's like,
okay,
you know
NPC lady who colors boxes for her husband's brand at home. Like, you are the biggest supporting character on this show.
Danielle's like, in my life, I'm a main, but in my friendships, I'm down for supporting. I'm like the Margot Martindale of friendships, okay? So like, you know what? Like now, like, you know what? She doesn't need me now that she has another guy, okay? So good luck.
It's called me time for a reason. So working out should work on your time.
And you know how I love to work out is with Peloton. I'm a big Peloton person. I literally just broke a personal record 2 days ago. I'm so proud of myself. And the Peloton tread is so cool because it's pretty compact, even though it's like full size. And you get like a really great running or walking workout on it.
Work out when it works for you. Peloton works into your day, not the other way around. You don't have to clear your schedule to work out. And whether you have 20 minutes to squeeze in a scenic hike or just 10 minutes for a power walk, Peloton makes it easy to find the me time that you're craving.
It's so true. It's more than just a bike. It is that treadmill also. It's so fun, okay? It's not another boring stroll on a treadmill.
There are classes for every level. You could try a short scenic hike, a beginner boot camp, or even a power walk to country pop.
No matter where you're starting from, Peloton's expert instructors are there to guide you with contagious energy and supportive instruction to really take the guesswork out of working out.
Try Peloton Tread risk-free with the 30-day home trial. New members only, not available in remote locations. See additional terms at onepeloton.com/home-trial.
Scammers are best known for living the high life, globetrotting on private jets, dining at five-star restaurants, and driving six-figure sports cars. That is, until their house of cards collapses and they're forced to trade it all in for handcuffs and an orange jumpsuit. Scamfluencers is a podcast from Wondery, hosted by Sarah Hagee and Sachi Cole, that tells the unbelievable true stories behind some of the world's most infamous scams, swindlers, and con artists. Scamfluencers has covered jaw-dropping scandals, from Ponzi schemes to a fake Saudi prince to a sexual predator masquerading as a wholesome yoga guru. These scammers cost their victims hundreds of millions of dollars and immeasurable emotional anguish. So how does our culture allow them to thrive? Each story on Scamfluencers will take you along the twists and turns, the impact on victims, and what's left when the facade falls away. Follow Scamfluencers wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen ad-free on the Amazon Music or Wondery app.
Having a great supporting actress turn in your life, Lindsay.
Yeah, well, congratulations. You've gone from being a kiss ass to one person to being a kiss ass to a group of people. So you have more chances to win and more chances to fail. Good luck to you.
So she goes to bed. And actually, everyone goes to bed. And Amanda
decided she has to go report to Kyle. She's like, so Danielle went in on Lindsay tonight, and Danielle's like a good friend, and her light doesn't get to shine on her own because she lives in Lindsay's shadow. Kyle's like, are you falling asleep? Yeah, your shadow's really dark. Sorry, but I wanted to make bunny fingers on the wall while I'm holding this lover boy.
By the way, I think also for as much as we talk about like Danielle's leaving Lindsay to go to the other side, they're going to drop her. Danielle's going to wind up back with Lindsay because that is the path of this. I've watched a lot of Survivor in my time, and I've seen it when there's like a dominant alliance, and then someone says, you know what? I'm sick of it. They're calling the shots, but I'm here to win for me. I want to be my own destiny, so I'm going to make this bold move. And then when it comes to tribal council, they just vote along with what the alpha says. And that's what Danielle's going to do. She's going to go. She's going to have a moment where she can feel like an independent soul, and then she'll go back to Lindsay.
You know, in a perfect world for me, I always wanted Danielle to stop being such a kiss ass to Lindsay. I think it's hard to watch. It's awkward as hell. And I'm glad that she's kind of standing up or doing whatever the fuck, making a stand. I just don't like that she's doing it for other people. That's what makes it gross to me. And I don't think Lindsay and Carl have a chance of lasting. They're a terrible couple. They're not in the same place. They may talk themselves into getting married, but this is not going to last. And I think that at the end of the day, Danielle and Lindsay, I think you're probably right. They'll probably be right back in each other's lives, you know?
Yeah, they will be. This is like Danielle needs to do this. She needs to do something so she feels like she's not a supporting person, and then she's going to hitch a ride, like you said, hitch her, not a ride, but she will hitch a ride, but she's going to hitch her ride onto another group of people that just aren't connected. Like they don't connect the same way, and then she will go back to Lindsay, and all order will be restored.
Well, and also we have to, I have to remember when I'm being so mean to Danielle and just calling her a worthless suck ass and everything else during this hour, that it also comes down to who are you going to shoot with? By Lindsay completely blowing off Danielle no longer has anyone to film with. So Lindsay is kind of doing this to herself.
Yeah, she is. I mean, it's weird. I think it's weird because I agree really with everything you're saying, but I feel bad for Danielle because I just feel like that. I feel like it sucks. That sucks if you're part of a trio and then all of a sudden you're not, and then you have like your best friend being like, why would I hang out with you if Carl's not there? Like that sucks. So I
took Lindsay saying, I have no reason to be there without my boyfriend, meaning Montauk is where we always go to fuck dudes. It's like where we've always gone to party and fuck dudes. I can't do that when I have a boyfriend here. Like, that's kind of how I took her saying that. But that is actually very fair. But I think also there's an element from Danielle of like, yeah, but it's like, let's just like go out and like have fun. Let's go and drink and just like be around people. And like, you're just not willing to do that. And then it's even more frustrating that Danielle's asking like, let's go out. And then they can only go out when Lindsay says, it'd be a fun idea. Why don't we go out? As if like Danielle has not been asking for this all this time. Yeah. So Maya is on the phone. Maya calls in because she's not on this episode. Or
at least not this part of the episode because she is on the rest of the episode.
Oh, she's not here yet.
This sort of gives you an idea of what Summer House is these days. It's just like people talking. Don't even know who's really talking at any given moment.
Yeah, I'm actually going to skip this. So then Lindsay and Gabby and Sam are talking, and Lindsay's like, oh my God, did you meet anybody fun? And Gabby's like, how do you feel? Did you talk to Danielle after dinner? That's what I want to know. She goes, no, and I don't know if it's the time to do that. She goes, do you talk to Carl about this stuff? Because the message for me was she was really upset about the state of your friendship. So...
Yeah, and Lindsay's like, I'm happy to take responsibility for half, but the other half, like, why don't you make a trip into the city and we can hang out?
And so then we go to Paige, and Paige is like, I am so glad Danielle is speaking up about it. You know why? And of course, this is what she says. Of course, it validates everything we've ever said about Lindsay. Oh my God. No, it also validates everything you've ever said about Danielle, that she's a suck up and a follower, dude. You're just using it to your advantage now.
She goes, it's no secret that Lindsay is the common denominator in everyone's fights, and then acts like, what did I do? I'm like such a good friend. And then it cuts to Lindsay saying, I never questioned you when you moved in with your boyfriend after knowing him for like 2 months, and I didn't question her when she like quit her corporate job to start a fashion app, and I support you no matter what, despite your really stupid decisions and the fact that you always take the commuter train and we have to go pick you up every single weekend.
Yeah, and
so why are you questioning me?
She also said that if you're like not hard on your friend, then you're not a good friend. But to me, what she was saying wasn't tough love. It just like it felt a bit accusatory. I was like, am I talking too much or something? God, sorry, I'm a lot.
She's like, if Lindsay is drinking and partying less because she's trying to support her partner who is battling this extraordinary demon, then like, who the fuck are we to have an opinion about that?
Yeah, she's like, if your friendship needs partying to survive, that says something else about your relationship.
Yeah, so like, good luck. I mean, those are some good points too. I'm not gonna lie. Those are some good points. Yeah. So now it's the next day, I think, and Sam is looking around. She can't find her slippers because guess what? They were stolen as part of last night's initiation ceremony. It was pretty amazing, guys. Yeah, it was amazing.
And hardly anyone notices, so Chris actually has to go to them. He's like,
I know.
So I have a question for you girls. You see anything missing from your stuff? And Paige goes, wait, did you take my toothbrush? He's like, yeah, I knew your breath smelled, but I didn't know why. Ladies, I reveal your stolen stuff.
Paige is like, my bag. Oh my God. And she just like takes it and so walks away. And he's like, I feel bad because I took 2 things from Paige. So Paige, if you want to razz me because we're such good friends, you could razz me. She's like, quiet, bye.
Like,
no one cares.
Hello, police. I've been robbed. Thank you. Please come over.
And then
It was an off-duty officer in the Marine Corps. Please take him to prison. Thank you.
And so then Carl goes, by the way, I gave Lindsay his comb back this morning because she needed it. And Lindsay goes, my brush. Her brush. I thought like there were so many funny things in that. Like Carl, who like creates this prank, and then Lindsay's like, my brush is missing. He can't even be like, oh, I don't know where it is. He's like, oh my God, Lindsay doesn't have a brush. We got to fix this right away. Like, I was like, it kind of like really bothered me that Carl went and gave the brush back before the prank was like revealed. Like that's sort of like shitty. And then second of all, I just really liked that he kept calling it a comb and that she was like correcting him. And he's like, oh yeah, I mean brush, not comb. I don't know why. I just feel like Carl's like this empty vessel that's just doing whatever Lindsay wants.
Yeah, I think Carl in the future is going to come out and say he was emotionally like intimidated or something by Lindsay.
Like, now I'm a new man. Now I'm a new man. I mean, that was really hard. I was in a relationship. I mean, I had to return a brush on dude's night. That's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what, though? Thank God for Lindsay, because if it weren't for Lindsay, I wouldn't know the difference between a comb and a brush. Yeah.
So now it's Sierra's underwear, which is creepier, you know? And he's like, actually, they're really gone. I don't know who took them, but they're actually gone. So then everyone's hugging bye for the week, and Danielle's like, I've never left our house feeling like I'm not sure what's going to happen between Lindsay and I. Not sorry, though. Just the opposite, because I'm upset with her and her behavior and how she's treating me and our friendship. That has been what I thought. I thought sisterhood was our friendship, but I guess not.
No. Yeah. Like, I don't know what part of the one-way friendship they had she thought was a sisterhood, but, you know, that's fine. So now it's New York City, and it's Wednesday, and Amanda is at Paige's apartment, and Paige is like, I got you cupcakes. They're like pink and blue, so like, welcome to my gender reveal. Oh my God, which one is it? Isn't that wild?
So they are doing arts and crafts for Kyle's 40th birthday because it's going to be called the Holy Cow, Kyle's 40. It's a Western party inspired only by the mullet he grew. I'm aware that 40 doesn't mean he's going to grow up. Ha ha ha. And Paige is like, well, how do you feel about him being 40? She goes, well, I don't feel anyway, but I think he does because like he's in his head. He's energetic. His energy's off about it. It's weird.
Yeah. He's like halfway to Lindsay's age. It's crazy. But he doesn't look 40 whatsoever. And Amanda's like, he's literally gonna like live forever. And Peach goes, oh God. What a terrible thought.
I know. And she's like, is Craig excited to come to the birthday party? And Paige goes, yeah. Oh my God, he just asked me for more closet space. And Amanda goes, oh, so things aren't going good, huh? She goes, they're crumbling. They're crumbling.
So Maya and Sierra are walking dogs, and Sierra, like, at the dogs are named, like, one of them is named Clove. And Sierra's like, oh my God, Clove is so good. And Maya's like, so dumb? She's like, no, why would I ever say that about Clove? Why would I ever? Could you imagine if Sierra just walked up to Maya and be like, your dog is so dumb?
And they talk about how the theme is country, and Maya's like, I can't really relate to this. And Sierra's like, I love it. I mean, what, you want me to dress country? Fuck yeah. You want to play some country music? Fuck yeah. It's going to be good.
Also, by the way, I just realized Maya's other dog is named Buka, and I think that's short for Bucatini. I think that's why the dog's named Buka. And I don't know how I feel about that.
Like, Clove is bad enough.
Clove was pretty bad. I'm sorry, Clove is a bad name for a dog.
Clove, you're just naming your dog after a very controversial stink. You know?
Yeah.
Scent. Yeah,
I was like, I don't like Clove. I don't like Clove as a dog name. Buka is an okay dog name, but I'm like, part of me gets annoyed knowing it's probably short for Bucatini. But then part of me is sort of like, you know, we took a really harsh stance about Bucatini because on Top Chef a few years ago, there was that guy, Bruce, who was like, Bucatini is my spirit pasta. We're like, shut up. But ever since then, I've really grown to love Bucatini. So, like, I sort of see it's cute, but it sort of annoys me, too, to name a dog Buka after Bucatini.
Yeah, I don't want to eat your dog or smoke it. Think about those things when you're naming your
There we
dogs.
go.
So
That's a great perspective.
Sierra, they talk about how Corey's coming, and it's yet another situation where Sierra gets to pretend like she has a choice in whether she's going to hook up with Corey. Because on Winter House, this is what she did. They sat down. They're like, "So Sierra, are you going to give him a chance? What do you think?" She's like, "Maybe I'm into him. We'll see." Which, of course, he went straight for other people. And so she's doing it again. It's like, when are you going to learn your lesson? She's like, "Yep, it's coming again. Maybe I'll give him a chance. We'll see."
Yeah. So, she's like, Maya asks if like she ever she was like, "Would you hook up with Corey like that?" And she's like, "You know what? I would hook up with him." I was like, "Of course you would. He's an asshole from like the world of Southern Charm, and he's friends with Austin. Of course you'd hook up with him."
Yeah. So then we go to Danielle and Robert's apartment. Awkward. She's like, "So, are you drinking this before I throw it away? Listen, chef, I need you to pay attention. We have to empty all of the expired stuff out of the fridge because we're never here. And then I'm going to water the plants. And then after that, we'll be considered adults. Okay?"
"Hey, why are you throwing all the mementos of our relationship in the trash?" He's like, "Well, you said you wanted to throw all the expired things in the trash, so."
Oh. So he's like, we have to keep the plants. We have to keep the plants alive a couple of weeks. "When's the salad from?" She goes, "It's a couple of weeks old." He goes, "Well, I'm not throwing away the mayo. It's shelf stable."
Yeah. He's like, and she's like, "Why are you so angry about this?" And he's like, "You don't realize, like, it's my job on a daily basis to not allow food to spoil. This is sad. There are starving kids in the world. And also, I'm just really annoyed that we spent 3 hours driving here just to throw out mayo. Like, really, is this what our relationship is now?"
Yeah. He's like, "It's good to be back for a day, but it's just a day." She goes, "But I love our home." And he goes, "Yeah, but I wish we could spend more time here." And she goes, "It's your job, brah."
Yeah, he's like, "Well, why are we accenting my job like that? Like, why are you saying job?" And she goes, "Well, that's why we're not living here. You work in Aspen and in Montauk, right? Not here in New York City, right? You realize that, right?" Like, you put two and two together why you're not in this apartment because you live hours away. You work hours away.
Yeah, he says it's good to have a home, and she's like, "Yeah, when I met him, he was living out of a duffel bag, and I'm the kind of person that's staying in a hotel room. Like, I'll unpack even if it's just for overnight. But I create a home for us wherever we are, and I think he gravitates towards that, Yeah, an assistant. You're like the lady who's working for Diana from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, who has to get there like a week before to redo the entire apartment she's staying in and make sure the sheets are the kind of things she likes. Like, you're an assistant. Get out of this relationship.
I don't know why she's saying that he gravitates towards that if he keeps getting jobs farther and farther away from her. She's like, "Look, I followed you, and now we have a new home here." He's like, how about Aspen? I'm here too. How about Guam? Here too.
But also, she says he has that chef mentality where he wants to be everywhere, but I don't know that that's a chef mentality. I mean, a chef mentality is wanting to be in like one kitchen for 19 hours a day,
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you get fired a lot, which is another thing that's questionable about Robert.
Yeah, it's just it's awkward because we can see this is not a great situation. So Danielle is like, "Well, you know what I would like? Let's buy some more real estate together." I'm like, "Oh, Danielle, it's time for you to start looking at the writing on the wall."
Yeah, she goes, "I don't need marriage, but a property would be nice. Maybe a dog." And he goes, "That's definitely a conversation we can start as soon as this mayo expires," which is never. So,
yeah.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
Back to Hamptons.
Yeah, it's weekend time. So Corey, of course, cocky ass Corey walks in. He's like, "Yo, yo, yo." That said, his pearl necklace has already breathed life into this show. I don't know how, but I was like, thank you.
I'm upset because we watched Winter House and Corey came on with his pearl necklace and he's like, "Yeah, I just wear pearls because my grandma wore pearls." And I thought, why not? I can just wear pearls because, like, why not wear pearls? As if it was his big idea. Well, come to find out, pearls on guys is like a thing right now. I think, I believe someone told me that it's actually because of Harry Styles. Who knows? But, like, it's a thing, and he's acting like he made it up, and that really bothers me.
It's because of my grandma, Harry Styles. Harry Styles
did
is
not
my
invent
grandma.
it.
So,
You didn't invent it, Corey. You did not invent pearls on guys.
and Sam sees him. She's like, oh my God, that's the first hot guy I've seen in so long. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Oh my God, what cartoons do you like to watch? I love Adventure Time. Who's your favorite? It's like, oh my God. So then Lindsay and Carl arrive, and they've got packages for the cowboy party. Everyone's just gathering. You know, it's Summer House season 23, so it's a good 10 minutes of people coming in and saying hi. You know how it rolls, people.
Yeah, and so they're all showing up. And by the way, the new tradition is that whenever Kyle and Amanda show up, they complain about how everyone else parked. I was like, why they park like this? So Craig and Chris. Craig is there, by the way. We didn't mention, but Craig and Paige arrived, and there were all the boxes on the walkway when they walked in. And Craig is like, "Wow, it's like when I get deliveries in the hallway." It's like, yes. It's funny how deliveries in the Hamptons look like deliveries in South Carolina too.
Whoa, you guys even have a place called Amazon. That's so nuts. He's like, we might need to get
crazy.
some matching luggage, Paige. I'm just like, I don't know if you're chic enough to pull off my luggage, but thanks.
So they're all kind of like figuring out the rooms and everything. And so Craig and Chris meet each other. And Chris is like, I've heard many things. They're not good things. Just kidding, bro. You missed a sick weekend last week. I took Lindsay's comb, and then turns out it was a brush. And then Carl gave it back to her. So it was a wild time we had.
Bro,
Super
hope your
wild.
girlfriend's breath got better because I had her toothbrush.
And her bag. She got hit twice. She got double Christ. Yeah.
Here's my note. More of this for 10 minutes. And so everybody's saying hi to Corey, and Danielle's like, whoever parked those cars is an idiot. But anyway, hi, everybody.
Yeah, Corey is so Corey shows up, and Corey is so Corey. He comes in, and everything he says, he then does this like weird like bro cackle afterwards. He's like, "Whoa, looks good in here." Yeah. Oh my God, you know what I would love if you picked up a glass and put it back down again. He has like this weird high pitched cackle that I can't quite do right now. It drives me nuts.
So Danielle's going around kissing everybody, and Lindsay's like giving a dirty look. She's obviously mad. And but Danielle's like, hi, Lindsay. And she goes, hi, there's a new Loverboy flavor, and it's a new variety pack. So
She's like, wow, that's exciting. That's very cool. Because they're just like making small talk about something neutral.
Yeah.
That won't get them in trouble.
So Danielle's like, this is the first week I haven't spoken to Lindsay. Like, what are you going to wear to Kyle's 40th birthday? Like, even little things. Like, I just don't want to think about it because it's never happened before.
Yeah. So then outside, Sierra and Paige are taking photos, and Kyle comes out there, and Kyle's like, in my mind, I didn't think about like my 40th being like a midnight thing, because he had turned 40 like a day before. And he's like, but then like Amanda had some like wine and like fell asleep, and then like the clock was winding down, and I was like stressed because I was like, I'm gonna be turning 40 by myself. And like by the time Amanda woke up, I was in tears, and she was like, what's wrong? And I said, I don't want to talk about it. And she kind of like got it out of me, and I didn't tell her much because I didn't want to make her feel weird. Make her feel weird about like drunkenly waking up and her boyfriend is like sobbing in bed and won't say why.
Yeah, no kidding. She's like, why are you crying? And I'm like, we're different, you know, because she like thrived in the pandemic. She was like, wow, I don't have to get off the couch. Works for me. But like, I never not been out in the week. Like, what are you talking about? So then he's just going off the rails. He's wasted already. And Sierra's like, yeah, you really need to find work-life balance. You could die tomorrow. And Paige goes, yeah, so true. Seriously. He's like, die at my birthday party? Yeah. You could totally die at your own birthday party. It would be hilarious. Like that,
I don't honestly know how you haven't died at one of these parties yet.
We're already going to have black balloons. You might as well.
So then meanwhile, Carl and Lindsay's getting into an outfit, and Carl's like, oh, I like that dress a lot. She's like, this skirt? Yeah, skirt. That's what I meant. God, Carl, so stupid. Okay, brush, skirt, not comb, dress. God, I got to get it straight. Come on, Carl, you can do this.
I love your comb skirt.
Brush back?
Lindsay just like subtly correcting him the entire episode over stupid things.
So Paige and Craig, they're basically deciding what bed to take because Corey's going to be sleeping in the bed next to them. And then Corey's like, let's do this. So why do I have Corey is pulling up now? Hasn't he already entered?
He did. I didn't have the heart to tell you that he had not arrived yet. Oh, actually, no. I thought that you had skipped to this part.
You know what happened?
It was the preview.
I knew what happened and I didn't correct it. The preview showed him. And so I wrote that as a note and I was like, oh, I'll delete that later. Surely I'll remember that. But
Well,
here we go.
when you said Corey arrived, I thought you just wanted to fast forward the show. So then I was like, okay. And then I realized, oh, wait a second. I don't think that Corey has arrived. I thought then I was like, I think that Ronnie thought the preview was what was happening on the show. But then I was like, I didn't want to be like, Ronnie, that was the preview. So I was like, we'll just sort of like fudge it. And then
I hope someone writes
now
a
it's
book
happening.
about this. Hope someone
Yeah,
writes
this is
a
the
book about
process.
this. This was fascinating.
So Corey now arrives, and Corey is like, I thought it was like a 20-minute drive from the city, but like, no, it's like 3 hours to get here. I need a drink. I'm officially an idiot. Like, I just want to broadcast to the world I'm a huge idiot.
And then Paige and Craig are knocking on the window like, oh my God, hi, Corey. And he looks up and waves and goes, my friends are idiots. Hey, so what's up, bros? This Mullet, Kyle. I mean, whoa, look at this lettuce back here. Surprisingly, it looks kind of good. So how long are you going to let that go for, huh? Divorce? We're going for divorce? What's going on with that?
Till Amanda cuts it off in my sleep. Bro, that was great.
Lindsay
So
trips
then,
on something but saves herself. And he's like, whoa, you would have ate shit right then. I would have put my hands out to act like I was going to catch you, but then I would have been like, no.
And so Sam is like, oh my God, that guy has a terrible personality. So hot. That's like the hottest guy I've seen in so long. Please tell me there's not an aging gay icon who has their eyes on him. Please tell me.
So he meets Gabby, and he's just going room to room. And he's like, whoa, this room is sick. So then he hugs Sierra, and he's like, wow, you all got to pop my cherry for the Hamptons. That's right, yeah. Can't wait to come on somebody's face in here on camera, okay? Can't wait.
Sam. So Lindsay pulls Sam, and she's like, all right, first impressions. And Sam's like, he is like cute to look at. And like, I love that his first instinct is to be funny and his second instinct is to advertise how vapid he is. I love that about him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like he likes to laugh. Well, I was only with him 2 days, but those 2 days were good vibes when I wasn't being forced to wear a scarlet letter on my blouse. So, your shirt? No, my blouse. Okay.
Anyway, enough about your interest in someone. I'm trying to figure out, get to your guys' opinion about, ruffling feathers with Danielle. I haven't spoken to her, all week long. And Sam's like,
what
wow.
bothers her so much with you being happy with Kyle? She's like, she did a great job about being a rock during my last terrible relationship, but now I'm finally with a guy who legit makes me happy, and I make him happy. Nothing else would matter to you as my best friend than me being happy.
And then inside, Corey's like, hey, you think that chandelier could hold my weight? and then
I could. Give me your weight. Give me your weight, bro.
Yeah.
Give me
Put your weight on me.
Put your weight on me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah. This is Corey and Carl together at last. So now they're all figuring out what to do for dinner, and they're going to go to dinner. They're going to go out for dinner. So they do it. They go out to dinner. They make it happen. They manifest it. They go out to T-Bar for dinner. Whoa.
So Carl's like,
Oh my God, Lindsay, babe, I love your hair pulled back like that, babe. Would you use the rake?
it was a rush, babe, thanks. And I know I wanted it back tonight, so.
Looks good, babe.
Thanks, babe. Your hair looks good pulled back too, babe, huh?
Hilarious, babe, because my hair's not even pulled back. Oh, that is hilarious, babe.
So that was great. Oh my God. Check out this comb. I can't believe they want us to eat with a comb. That's a fork, babe. Watching too much Little Mermaid.
And Paige is like, oh my God, Lindsay and Danielle sitting at the opposite ends of the table. Oh, that's the new normal, right? Yeah, I'm so happy. I did this. I contributed to this. It takes a village to tear down a friendship of 20 years. Very, very proud.
This would be the most awkward dinner ever if literally anyone cared. So Sierra's trying to flirt with Corey. She's like, do you drink coffee in the morning? He's like, actually, I don't like coffee. And Sam's like, excuse me. Hi, this is Sam, new person. Why are you drinking an espresso martini if you don't like coffee? And he's like, because I like it with alcohol. Oh, my God. Me too. I don't like coffee normally, but I like it with alcohol. Oh, my God. Besties forever.
And he's like, really? Because like I felt like you were judging me right there. She goes, no, totally love espresso martinis. That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh my God, I do too. She's like, oh my God, we should name our baby S and espresso martinis. Oh my God, we're gonna get married. And Sierra is
Just want you to know,
annoyed.
Sierra's furious. Hey, Corey, I just want you to know, you know who hates espresso martinis but loves coffee on a regular basis? Madonna. So if you ever cross paths with her, just know that about her in case you have any thoughts.
And Sam's like, I think you're really entertaining, Corey. He goes, yeah. Wow, you said yes way too fast, Corey. He goes, and Maya's like, Sierra's not happy. Look at that over there. I like that someone pointed it out because Sierra looks so pissed.
She's scowling. I'm like, I don't think this is going to be the energy that's going to kick off your relationship with Corey here, huh?
So funny.
So they toast. They toast to like Kyle. It's a toast to Kyle, and everyone go around and say something about him. Carl's like, oh, well, Kyle, I wrote a few things about you. I'm kidding. It's just the menu. It was hilarious. By the way, do you like the hair that's not in my eyes? It's pulled back. That was a callback to a joke I have with Lindsay. Sorry.
So what I'm going to say to Kyle is your dick isn't dope. It's 5 inches. And Kyle's like, it's 6. So then Chris is like, this is straight bourbon. And Corey's like, chug it, bro. Are you a bro? Dude, if you're a bro, chug your straight bourbon. So he does. And then he gets a high five and all the guys start wooing.
Yeah. Chris like, you challenged the wrong man, buddy. This is a guy. Listen, you want to make a challenge to me? I'll do crazy things. I'll quietly take a brush and put it on the coffee table and cover it with a blanket. And then the next day tell someone, here's your brush. So be careful. I'm a bro.
So Chris is like, Craig, I asked Paige about you. I asked Paige about her long distance relationships. And Sierra's like, you don't believe in long distance, right? He goes, to be honest, I have my doubts about long distance. Okay. That's what I'm saying, Craig. That's what I have to say about your relationship. Like, who the fuck are you?
I know. Well,
also, aren't you a Marine? Don't you kind of have to have long distance relationships sometimes?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we love our space, and like she loves her space, and like watching her shows, and then like we'll like have like 4 or 5 days together, and I'll be like, babe, I miss you. Let's watch Minions. And so then like we get together, and then like I feel like that time is like almost more genuine than the time that I spend with people in the past, because like it's like we're both 2 minions, and like when we're together, we're like 2 minions who have a plan. So like we're just kind of like in love like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a 4th movie called Despicable You. It's
right. So they're saying how Paige has not been to Charleston in 2 months, and she's like, yeah, I don't think that like Craig understands what he's asking me to do. Like, he just wants me around more, and like I don't want to go to South Carolina more. You can't even Uber Eats down there past 10 p.m. It's crazy. I don't eat past 7 p.m., but if I wanted to, I couldn't.
Yeah. So then we go back to Sam and Corey flirting. And Sam's like, you're going to get what? You're going to get one of these 2, right? Because, like, there's, like, an espresso martini. Oh, my God. Is there wasabi happening over there, you guys? And Matta's like, so, Corey, what have you been up to? And he's like, causing mayhem. I've been causing mayhem everywhere. She goes, wow. Is that, like, a seasonal ham? Or it's mayhem. Mayhem. So when's the last time you talked to Jess?
Oh, yeah, like I went to LA a couple of times, and it was like, because like we didn't really go out, like, because I like hockey games. I'm just going to say that right now for no reason. But like also, like I had to convince her to go out to things. I'm like, hello, like I'm in LA. Let's do something fun. Like we're both new reality stars. So why aren't we doing things like at places and be like, hey, I'm going to be on a show that's going to be coming out soon, you know?
Wait. Sierra's like, how long were you there? And he goes, 3 days. Amanda says, but you hooked up when you see each other, right? I mean, are you seeing other people? And he goes, yeah, I'm 100% single. So, 100%.
But are you dating someone in the metaverse? Yeah, I am actually. Yeah, so.
And Sierra's
100%
beaming.
in this world.
Yeah, Sierra's beaming. And so Sam's like, are you hearing this, Lindsay? Are you hearing this? And then dance music as they all return home. And Carl and Lindsay's like, can you unzip my top, please? He's like, yeah, I can't wait to unzip these tights. She's like, it's my top, Carl. Oh, damn it. What's happening to me?
Hey, remember when you said you had your hat in your eyes? That was my hair. So then meanwhile, Craig is Paige is passed out in the bed, and Craig is up by his laptop complaining about not being able to log in to watch like Netflix or something. And he's like, I mean, what's even the point? Like, I can't, it's asking me for a password that I don't even have. Like, what's the point? Oh, it's working. Okay, babe, we can watch Minions now. He's like, wait, you're asleep. What the hell are you doing, Paige? Like, it's literally time for Minions.
She's like, shut up. Go to sleep with Corey, Craig. And Corey goes, wouldn't be the first time. Hot. It's the hottest thing that's ever happened on this show. So then the day of Kyle's birthday party, there's a song that's like, you are so damn valued. You are valued. You're so damn valued.
Yeah, doesn't really feel right for the show.
Hilarious.
So they're waking up. Carl and Lindsay are kissing in the morning. People are just waking up. And except for Craig and Corey are trying to sleep, but Paige wakes them up again. She's like, you two little babies shouldn't have gone to sleep at 4:30 in the morning because we have to set up for Kyle's 40th birthday party. Huh. So they are setting up a party. And Kyle and Carl they're having a little bit of a heart-to-heart in the corner. And
people are going to be drinking ultra premium canned cocktails today. New flavor from Loverboy, White Label. So what's up with Lindsay? Since April, we haven't been in sync, so I haven't seen your dynamic in the care and love department. So how's that going?
Well, there's been some tense moments. I called her brush a comb, so that was something we had to work through. But I still go back to when we told you in October, and you literally broke down. You put all your tear weight on me, and that meant a lot because it's I was like, oh, okay, that was a relief because it was nerve wracking in the beginning trying to figure out what we're doing and if you guys would approve of it. You know what I'm saying? Now I know we could do a Marshalls commercial together.
That's so beautiful, man. Yeah, I could appreciate that because I'm going to propose by the end of the summer. He's like, bro, that's the end of the month. He goes, yeah, I know.
Yeah, everything's going to be great. Everything's totally great. Nothing could go wrong whatsoever.
Yikes. So that brings us to the end of Summer House and...
It is crazy. They should not be getting engaged so quickly. I'm sorry. It does not seem right. But you know what? God bless.
Well, this show's about bad decisions. I support it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Go get some tickets for Crappens Live over at watchwhatcrappens.com, and we will speak with you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors.
Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney. Christy Wowardy Dowardy.
Dana C. Dana Do. She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Itchels. Aaron McNicholas. She don't miss no trickolas.
Hava Nagila Weber.
Jamie. She has no last namey.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's always supplying. It's Kelly Ryan.
Kristen the Piston Anderson.
You're never alone with Lacey Monteleone.
Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg. Sarah Greenwood. She only uses her power for good. Can't stop fanning over Tina Manning.
The Bay Area Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Better do what she says. It's Elva Enriquez. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides. Undo your fasteners. It's Aaron Kastner.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall.
She's not harsh. She's Jill Hirsch.
We will, Joanna Rockland you. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly. It's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender.
She's a good hobby. It's Lauren Hobgood.
We want to hang with Liz Lang. The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
Nancy Cease and Desisto.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
She's the queen bee. It's Sarah Lemke.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar.
Hey, Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today. Or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.